They smile at you, but their eyes say something else. They compliment you, but it feels like an insult. They act friendly, yet somehow, you always feel left out. Not everyone who is nice to you actually likes you. Some people are just good at hiding their true feelings. Today, we expose the hidden signs of fake friendships and disguised resentment, so you never have to wonder again. Section 1. The cold truth. Why people hide their dislike. Why niceness can be a mask. Niceness is one of the most dangerous illusions in human interaction. We're taught from a young age that being polite is a virtue, that kindness is always a sign of goodwill. But the Stoics knew better. They understood that many people use niceness not as a reflection of their true feelings, but as a tool of manipulation. Think about it. How many times have you smiled at someone you didn't like just to avoid awkwardness? How many times have you heard, "Let's catch up soon," from someone who never had any intention of seeing you again? Niceness isn't always honesty. Sometimes it's just a performance. The psychology of fake kindness. People hide their true feelings for 3 main reasons. 1. Fear of conflict. Most people avoid confrontation because it makes them uncomfortable. They don't want to deal with the awkwardness of admitting they don't like someone. 2. Social pressure. Society values diplomacy. If they openly express dislike, they risk looking like the bad guy. So they choose fake smiles instead. 3. Personal gain. Some people keep up an act because they benefit from the relationship, whether it's for status, favors, or control. Epictetus once said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In this case, the Stoics would tell us, it doesn't matter what someone says to your face. Watch how they treat you when they have nothing to gain. The Stoic perspective. How to see the truth. The Stoics believed that observation, not emotions, should guide your understanding of people. Seneca taught, a person's character is shown not by what they say, but by what they do. The lesson? Stop listening to words. Look at patterns, behaviors, and consistency. So if someone claims to be your friend but constantly forgets about you, excludes you from plans, ignores your opinions, only reaches out when they need something, then you already have your answer. Section 2. The 10 hidden signs. Now, let's pull back the curtain on human behavior. The Stoics taught that words can deceive, but actions never lie. Most people will never openly admit that they dislike you. Instead, they mask it behind fake politeness, small gestures, and subtle cues. These signals are often so small that you dismiss them as nothing, but they add up. Today, we're going to decode these hidden signs, one by one, so you can see people for who they really are. Sign 1. The fake smile, a mask, not a welcome. Smiling is supposed to be a universal sign of warmth. It signals friendliness, trust, and acceptance. But not all smiles are genuine. Some people smile out of obligation, not affection. A real smile reaches the eyes, it creates wrinkles, softens the face, and feels effortless. A fake smile? It's stiff, short-lived, and mechanical. How to spot it? Their mouth moves, but their eyes remain cold, like a mask with nothing behind it. Their smile fades too quickly, like a flickering light that shuts off the second you're not looking. The moment the conversation shifts, their expression drops back to neutral. Why does this matter? Because a fake smile is a social script. It's not an expression of genuine fondness. It's a formality. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Meaning, people cannot hide their true nature forever. Their real emotions will always slip through the cracks. Sign 2. Backhanded compliments, an insult disguised as praise. Wow, you're actually really smart. You look great for your age. Not bad, considering your experience level. Sounds positive, right? Wrong. These aren't compliments, they are veiled insults. A backhanded compliment is a subtle attack on your confidence that is designed to sound harmless. Why do people do this? To undermine you while pretending to be polite. To boost their own ego by making you second-guess yourself. To keep you in check so you don't feel too good about yourself. Think about it. If someone truly respected you, would they need to sneak in an insult under the disguise of kindness? Seneca once said, "A false friend is more dangerous than an open enemy. A real friend will uplift you. A fake friend will cut you down, but in a way that looks socially acceptable." Sign 3. Constantly too busy, but not for others. We all have busy lives. But here's the truth. People make time for what they value. Let that sink in. If someone always claims they're too busy to meet, but you see them making time for other people, you have your answer. It's not about being busy. It's about priorities. Warning signs. They cancel plans with you, but you see them hanging out with others. They reply to your messages with one-word answers, but have long conversations with other people. They always say, "We should meet up soon," but never actually schedule anything. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." In other words, don't waste time chasing after people who treat you like an afterthought. If someone values you, they will make time. If they don't, believe them. Sign 4. Subtle exclusion. Oops, we forgot to invite you. Have you ever found out about a social event after it already happened? Maybe they tell you, "Oh, we thought you were busy. It was last minute. Sorry, we didn't think you'd be interested." At first, this might sound like an accident, but when it keeps happening, it's not. Subtle exclusion is a polite way of pushing someone out. Why does this happen? They see you as an outsider to their inner circle. They're socially polite to your face, but they don't want you around. They aren't directly rude, but they also don't consider you a priority. Seneca reminds us, associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Friendship should be mutual. If someone repeatedly excludes you, take the hint. You deserve better. Now let's move on to one of the most manipulative tactics of all. Sign 5. Passive-aggressive jokes, a hidden attack. They say it with a smile, but the words sting. "Oh, you actually showed up on time for once. Wow, you're really trying today, huh? Relax, I'm just joking. You're so sensitive." These aren't harmless jokes. They're calculated digs. Passive-aggressive humor is a manipulative tool used by people who want to 1. Mock or belittle you, but in a way that doesn't make them look bad. 2. Test your emotional boundaries to see how much disrespect they can get away with. 3. Make you the problem, so if you react, they can gaslight you by saying you're overreacting. The Stoics believed in emotional control, but they also believed in self-respect. Epictetus taught, if you wish to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Meaning, don't sacrifice your self-respect just to fit in. If someone's jokes constantly target you, it's not humor, it's hostility. Sign 6. Avoiding eye contact, the silent discomfort. Eye contact is one of the strongest nonverbal forms of communication. It builds trust, connection, and respect. But when someone secretly dislikes you, they may find it uncomfortable to meet your gaze. Why? Because deep down they feel guilt. They know they're being fake but don't want you to see it. Disinterest. They simply don't care enough to be fully present. Resentment. Looking at you reminds them of their hidden negative feelings. Signs to watch for. Their eyes dart around when you're talking. They look at their phone or other people instead of engaging with you. When speaking to a group, they make eye contact with everyone but you. Marcus Aurelius taught, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, and actions reveal thoughts. If someone refuses to make eye contact with you, they may not have positive thoughts about you. Sign 7. Ignoring your opinions, the subtle disrespect. You're in a conversation. You make a point, and then they gloss over your words like you didn't even speak. They immediately change the subject without acknowledging your input. They listen, but with a bored or dismissive expression. This is a power move. It's a way of silencing you without openly disagreeing. Why do people do this? To subtly diminish your importance, to show they don't value your thoughts, to maintain dominance in the conversation. Seneca reminds us, if a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Meaning, if someone ignores your input, don't keep seeking their validation. Speak with purpose, but don't waste your words on those who refuse to listen. Sign 8. Gossiping about you, the ultimate betrayal. Nothing reveals true character faster than gossip. When someone secretly dislikes you, they may act polite to your face, but behind your back, they spread subtle rumors, make negative comments, or share your personal information. How to spot this? People start treating you differently for no clear reason. A private detail you shared gets around unexpectedly. Someone slips up and mentions something only you told them. A Stoic would say, if they gossip to you, they will gossip about you. Epictetus warns us, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. This means, do not waste time defending yourself against gossip. It is better to be misunderstood than to lower yourself to their level. Instead of chasing rumors, let your actions speak for themselves. Sign 9. Closed body language, the physical barrier. Words can lie, but the body never does. When someone secretly dislikes you, their body will reveal what their mouth is trying to hide. Common signs. 1. Crossed arms, the defensive shield. Crossed arms are one of the most obvious signs of emotional or psychological resistance. It's a subconscious barrier, a way of creating distance without saying a word. This is especially revealing when everyone else in the group has open body language, but they sit with arms tightly crossed. They cross their arms immediately after you start talking. They cross their arms while turning their body away from you. 2. Leaning away. When people are interested, they lean in. They get closer, engage, and open themselves up. But when someone secretly dislikes you, they lean away. This is instinctual. When humans feel uncomfortable, they subconsciously try to physically remove themselves. 3. Minimal or no mirroring, a lack of connection. Humans naturally mirror each other when they feel a connection. This is called limbic synchrony. When two people are comfortable, they start copying each other's movements without realizing it. But if someone dislikes you, they won't mirror you. Here's what to look for. You lean in slightly, they stay still or lean back. You gesture while speaking, they keep their hands still. You nod in agreement, they don't nod back. 4. Eye rolls, quick side glances, signs of disdain. These are instant red flags. Eye rolls, a sign of hidden annoyance or disrespect. Side glances, they look at others when you speak, silently checking if others share their disdain. Rapid blinking, an unconscious response when someone feels frustrated or impatient but doesn't want to show it. If someone does this frequently, it's a sign they see you as irritating, unimportant, or beneath them. Body language never lies. When words and actions don't match, trust what you see, not what you hear. But remember what the Stoics taught. Do not let another person's dislike control your emotions. Observe their behavior, understand what it means, but do not react emotionally. Instead, detach. Stay calm, composed, and unshaken. Because in the end, their dislike is their burden, not yours. Sign 10. Disappearing when you need them. This is the ultimate test. When things are good, everyone is around. But when you're struggling, who remains? People who genuinely respect and value you will show up in difficult times. But those who secretly dislike you will make excuses to avoid helping. Suddenly become too busy when you need support. Show zero concern for your struggles. Why? Because they were never emotionally invested in the first place. Seneca once wrote, "Misfortune is virtue's opportunity," meaning, hard times reveal who is truly in your corner. If someone only sticks around when it's convenient, they are not truly in your life. And the Stoics would say, that's okay, because a smaller circle of true connections is better than a large circle of false ones. Section 3. The Stoic perspective. How to handle it. Now that you recognize the hidden signs of dislike, the question is, how should you respond? Should you confront them? Call them out? Demand respect? A Stoic would do none of these things. Here's how a true Stoic would approach this situation. Step 1. Observe without emotion, the art of detachment. Don't be upset by people's actions, observe and adjust. Epictetus. The first Stoic principle is observation without emotional involvement. When you recognize that someone secretly dislikes you, your first instinct might be to take it personally, overanalyze why they dislike you, try to change their mind. But a Stoic does not chase external validation. Instead, they take a step back and simply observe. Practical application. Pay attention to their behavior without reacting emotionally. Accept reality instead of trying to change them. Stay neutral. Their opinion does not define your worth. Remember, their dislike is their problem, not yours. Step 2. Do not chase approval. You are not for everyone. If you live for their approval, you will die from their rejection. Seneca. Many people, when they sense someone dislikes them, feel an urge to win them over. They try harder, seek their approval, or act extra nice in hopes of changing their perception. But why? The Stoics teach us that not everyone will like us, and that's okay. Practical application. Let go of the need to be liked. The world will not end if someone dislikes you. Don't adjust your character to seek approval. Stay true to your principles. Remember that dislike is often a reflection of their insecurities, not your worth. Seneca reminds us, ignore the opinions of those who do not add value to your life. Do not waste energy trying to impress someone who has already made up their mind about you. Step 3. Set boundaries. Do not engage in their games. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. When someone dislikes you but hides it, they often use subtle manipulation, backhanded compliments, passive-aggressive behavior, or exclusion. A weak person would tolerate this. A Stoic person would set clear boundaries. Practical application. Do not entertain passive-aggressive remarks. If someone disrespects you subtly, ignore or dismiss it without reacting emotionally. Keep a healthy distance. You do not need to be friends with everyone. Protect your peace. If their negativity is affecting your mental clarity, limit interactions. Marcus Aurelius teaches, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Do not allow toxic individuals to corrupt your mindset. Step 4. Choose where to invest your energy. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say. Marcus Aurelius. Life is short. Every second spent worrying about someone's hidden dislike is time you will never get back. The Stoic way is to focus on what truly matters, your growth, purpose, and meaningful relationships. Practical application. Redirect your energy. Instead of thinking about those who dislike you, invest in those who support you. Surround yourself with people of value. Real friends respect and uplift you. Be indifferent to negativity. Their opinion holds no weight in your life. Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Apply this to social wealth. You don't need everyone to like you. You only need genuine people in your circle. If someone dislikes you and is hiding it, let them. You are not here to fix their feelings, prove your worth, or beg for respect. Stay composed. Stay detached. Stay in control. Because a person who cannot shake your peace holds no power over you. Section 4. The final wake-up call. The right people make their presence felt. The wrong ones make their absence known. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been in a situation where someone secretly disliked you, but you didn't realize it at first? Looking back, what was the sign that made you finally see the truth? Drop a comment below, and let's discuss. Your story might help someone else recognize the signs. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video. It helps more people see this important message. Subscribe for more Stoic wisdom on handling life's challenges. Turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson in resilience, self-mastery, and power. Because in a world full of fake smiles and hidden resentment, wisdom is your greatest defense. I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong. Stay Stoic.